You may not know this, but this moment between Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes was not scripted. Brock just felt cute. It's not something Brock Lesnar usually does. For the most part, Brock is trying to game end you. Brock has the best job in the world. He kicks your ass for money. So when he did this, wrestling fans were actually pretty shocked. Cody was shocked. And there's actually a pretty cool story about that moment. I'm sitting here thinking about life accomplishments, you know. Finishing school is awesome. First kiss, getting your noodle wet, getting married, having kids. A hug from Brock Lesnar? Cody, you lucky son of a bitch. I wanna be a baby in Brock Lesnar's hands too is what I'm trying to say, okay? Yeah, I'm jealous. So Cody defeats Lesnar at SummerSlam, and after the match, Brock takes his gloves off. Seemed like he's going to hurt Cody, but he shook his hand and hugged him instead. What a wholesome SummerSlam moment. And Triple H during SummerSlam's press conference said this. Completely unplanned. Completely in the moment. Brock Lesnar is such a unique athlete, human being, and all those things. But he really, I don't believe, gets the credit he deserves at being one of the all-time greats at this. Unbelievable athlete at the highest of levels. UFC at the highest of levels. You could make the argument and would be accurate, greatest combat athlete of all time. But just talking about sports entertainment, just this, my opinion, one of the greatest of all time. Not the best Triple H impression. I'll agree. And you know, honestly, dudes, I thought it was planned. You know, Brock Lesnar doesn't seem like a, romantic type, you know? To say the least. He's more of a, I eat meat without a fork type of guy. Does that make any sense? But Brock really just went there and put over Cody even when he didn't have to. Y'all respect Brock Lesnar now. On Monday Night Raw, Cody said that in this moment, Brock acknowledged him. And I had a bit of a different theory. Yes, it still kinda makes sense, but while watching this rivalry, the only logical explanation I could come up with, because we all know there was no reason, is that Brock Lesnar cannot face Roman. That's the rule. He lost, he can no longer challenge. He saw Cody challenging Roman and losing. Brock Lesnar is pissed. He saw something in Cody, he saw the potential, the fact that he could be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, so he tried to teach him a lesson. If you can't beat me, you can't beat Roman. You ready, pal? Maybe that's not the story, but that's what I got out of this rivalry, and I'm gonna go with it. You know, that was the story, because I said it. And this is what Cody said after SummerSlam. Some way I feel like there was maybe just this bond by battle there in that final moment, and I'm very grateful for what's happened. I don't want to wrestle Brock Lesnar again, but I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity to do it and to compete at this level, because I've said this last night, when he's gone, and I don't know when that will be, because he can go, when he's gone, I think the world will realize what we've got. It's a friggin' unicorn. Very unique, once in a lifetime individual, and to have that moment at the end, and I know it's a longer answer than I was supposed to give, but I thought a lot about Brock looking at him tonight, and it reminded me of how my dad looked at Harley Race. So you can already see how much WWE wrestlers and management actually appreciate Brock Lesnar. He was never actually properly given the credit that he deserves. Even in 2012, yes, he was doing a few moves, but you know what? These 3 moves that he did in the ring meant more than a wrestler back then, or even right now, most wrestlers that are doing like hundreds of moves, because you know what? It's Brock Lesnar. He doesn't need to do all this crazy shit. He's here to beat your ass. Probably shove a boot up your ass too. As I saw him taking his gloves off, I sincerely thought he was going to start swinging. Then he went head to head, and it felt like we were in a millisecond away from starting up again. So I didn't anticipate that handshake coming. When I saw his hand, I was grateful. That's not something he does. This run has consistently surprised me. The torch isn't passed. You have to take it. I came to the back, there was a nice ovation in the gorilla position, but Brock was nowhere to be found. I didn't see him the rest of the night. The way I see it, we didn't need to speak. Brock left it all in the ring. It's crazy when you think about it. Brock didn't have to do it. And he was like, yeah, I like Cody. I see a lot in this kid. I lost, and I don't mind. Here you go. I'm passing the torch right here. This guy is ready for Roman. This is where wrestling is at its best, in my opinion. I love the product. We all do. We love the matches. We love the storylines. But these subtle, real moments, these are the most interesting to me. I love watching, listening to wrestlers' interviews and hearing about stories, what happened backstage, and who didn't want to put someone over, who actually wanted to put someone over. That's the best part of pro wrestling, in my opinion. And I'm so glad I can, you know, do this job and talk about shit like this. I saw this Photoshop with Brock Lesnar riding into the sunset, naked, with a cowboy hat, just like God wanted. And yeah, the Photoshop is not the best, but yeah, that's the vibe right here. That's the vibe I got. I was kind of scared. Is Brock Lesnar retiring? Is he leaving the WWE? But he is not. Brocky, our favorite cowboy, will return. At least according to Wrestling Observer Radio. Dave Meltzer updated word on Brock Lesnar being advertised for the next WWE Premium Live event, saying he will be gone for a few months, but back in time to build to WrestleMania next year. Very, very good news if true. I hope Brock Lesnar is not leaving. And people, I want you to understand. Now, every time you see Brock, just like Edge, you gotta appreciate him. In a few years, we will no longer have wrestlers from the Ruthless Aggression era. That hurts. That absolutely hurts. I don't know how good of an actor Brock Lesnar is, but honestly, personally, for the first time in Brock Lesnar's career, I actually felt like Brock was having a lot of fun. He didn't even need Heyman. Some of you guys probably don't even know how big of a deal that is. When Brock Lesnar came back in 2012, he hated talking. That's why Paul Heyman came back. Brock did a contract signing with John Laurinaitis. If I remember the story correctly, he came back and was like, "Bring back Paul. I'm not talking." And now Brock just feels comfortable. His babyface persona was so different from anything we've seen from Brock Lesnar. The crowd started loving Brock Lesnar, and every time he would get a big pop, he would smile, he would have a lot of fun. I just hope after this Cody storyline, Brock Lesnar is returning as a babyface. I can't hate on Brock. What also surprised me is Triple H's and Brock Lesnar's relationship. Now, obviously, I don't know the real details, but when Vince McMahon retired, Brock Lesnar left as well, and it seemed like he doesn't want to work with Triple H, but that quickly changed. It seemed like Brock Lesnar was having a lot of fun. Triple H is talking so positively about Brock Lesnar, so it seems like this relationship is good, and we've seen quite a lot of Brock Lesnar. Let's be fair, Brock doesn't have to do this. He can afford anything. In an interview with Pat McAfee, Brock talked about how shy he is and how sometimes it's almost painful to be in front of an audience, but honestly lately, I didn't feel that, so I know Brock is watching this video. 100%. Obviously. So Brock, don't worry, you're a natural at this. Brock Lesnar is at a point right now where he's giving back to the WWE. He put over Roman Reigns quite a few times. Now he put over Cody Rhodes. He didn't really dominate Bobby Lashley. I believe one day we'll look back at this Universal Championship title reign and realize that it maybe wasn't that bad. You know, Brock was good at what he did. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.